Welcome to the September episode of County Connection. I'm your host, Julie Suter. We're here to talk about events, services, and programs offered by Summit County government. We have a great show lined up for you. We're going to be talking about Suicide Prevention Month, local efforts to prevent opioid overdoses, and a new online mapping tool from the Open Space and Trails Department. Thanks for joining us. For our first segment of this September episode of County Connection, we're going to be talking about Suicide Prevention Month. And here to tell us all about it is Kellen Glynn from the Youth and Family Services Department at Summit County. Welcome, Kellen.
Thank you.
All right, so Kellen, a lot has been happening in our community over the past year or so around suicide prevention and mental health resources. Can you give us a quick kind of recap of what's been going on in the community?
Yeah, so well, at my department and the Healthy Futures Initiative within Youth and Family Services, we've been working on a lot of community collaborations with different organizations to really bring everybody to the table to talk about suicide awareness and mental health prevention and drug and alcohol abuse as well for youth specifically in the county. We also have a new initiative called the Building Hope Initiative, which is going to be housed or is housed at the FERC. And so, yeah, they've been working on a lot of different events and community connection as well.
Excellent. So speaking of events, we have a lot on tap during September. And September, is that a national month, Suicide Prevention Month?
Yeah, so it's a national awareness event month, I guess, for the entire nation, and I think even further international as well. But it's the month of September is really being utilized to really focus on suicide prevention and awareness as a whole. So getting it out there into different communities.
Great. And so what's happening locally in Summit County?
There's a lot going on. We have events almost every week in September between Healthy Futures and Building Hope. There's a lot of different mental health trainings available for the community. We're doing, let's see, 4 different community events for training in the QPR method, which is called Question, Persuade, Refer. And it's a curriculum, and it's about an hour training done by trained professionals to help the average person just recognize signs and help somebody who might be in trouble get help with suicide. Just awareness if somebody's feeling down or depressed. It teaches people how and what to do.
Okay, and so any member of the community would be eligible to take part in this training?
Yep. So, and with Building Hope, let's see, there's one on September 13th, and this is presented in English and in Spanish, and that's at Summit High School. There's also one being done on September 27th, and that's done just in Spanish, and that's at Silverthorne Elementary School. And then those are the 2 specific trainings. We also have the AFSP, which is the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. They do an Out of Darkness walk, and that's being done here locally in Summit County on September 16th, and it starts at the Silverthorne outlets.
Okay, great. And then, so for folks who may find this a difficult topic to talk about or kind of deal with, what would you say to those sorts of folks during this month as these events are available?
Well, I think that the biggest thing to remember is just that everybody goes through times when they struggle and they need a little bit of support. I know that's a really scary topic to talk about for a lot of people, and sometimes people want to shy away from it, but that just sort of adds to the stigma of something being wrong, and it adds to the isolation. So if there's anything that you can do, it's just come and speak out and be there for each other. And that's the biggest thing with all of these community connection events that Building Hope is doing a lot of, are just to say everybody's in this together. Summit County cares about each other, and we're here to just be together and see if we can do something for each other.
Great. So aside from all of the events that Building Hope is coordinating along with that network of organizations in the community, what additional steps could a person take during this kind of call to action in September to be part of suicide prevention in our community?
Well, I mean, specifically, if a person wanted to be involved, we have the Communities That Care Coalition that's housed out of Healthy Futures. So if somebody wanted to be involved in any way with that, they could call me at the county and get involved in our coalition work. There's also an ability to join the Building Hope initiative. That's just anybody can volunteer, and there's, aside from these events, there's a lot of different ways that people can help and just be involved in that initiative. And then I think more so than anything, it's just about being aware that this is going on and maybe trying in your own way to speak to a person that maybe you haven't spoken to in a while, or reach out to a friend and really ask how they're doing, and just drive your own connections with your friends and your family members and coworkers, even just saying hello and letting people know that you care in an extra special way this month.
Great. And then on that a purely interpersonal piece, if you do have a friend or a family member who you suspect might be struggling with depression or that you're concerned about, what might be some resources that you could look at online to maybe help better understand or to give you some ideas about how to reach out and help someone in that situation?
Definitely. Well, on the county website, the HFI, the Healthy Futures Initiative, has a lot of different resources. We have a lot of local community resources within the FERC, within the Care Clinic, Mind Springs, and our website has the national hotlines available, and then the Building Hope website, which is live now as well, and I think that's buildinghope.com or .org. I can get that for you completely. But that one, it has a lot of different resources listed as well. Another initiative or part of their program is to help people with a scholarship program. So if there's somebody, either yourself or a friend or somebody you're concerned about, is wanting to go to counseling somewhere, wanting to get help, but they don't necessarily know where to go or who to call or even have an ability to pay for it, then the Building Hope Scholarship Program will help them get 12 free sessions.
Oh, great. Wow, that's an amazing resource.
Yeah, and they can just contact either the FERC or the Care Clinic are the ones that are helping facilitate that right now.
Excellent. All right. Let's see. So you mentioned that folks can find information about all the events happening during Suicide Prevention Month, either on the Building Hope website or getting in touch with you at the county. Are there any last bits of information that you'd like to share with folks about this month or your work in general in this arena?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing is just that September is a big push, but not necessarily, we're not going to just stop doing things after September.
Sure.
So if September is a busy month and you're not able to attend any of the events, don't think that it's just over after that and you go back to your normal life. You can be involved in any way and you can always reach out, and the way to kind of build connection is just by asking and caring and being there for each other.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much, Kellen.
Yep, thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about local strategies to prevent opioid overdoses.
You're clear.
All right. That was quick.
Excellent. Yeah.
Was it okay?
Yeah, I thought that was great.